Jai Sachidanand, presenting to you an English translation of the Satsang by Sadguru Mansoravardas Bapu.
વૈરાગી દાદાએ મોટા મોટા મંથીને થાક્યા પણ કોઈ વિરલા રસ ચાખ્યા. આ સ્વાદ તો કોઈ વિરલા પ્રાપ્ત કરી શકે છે.
A prayer to Sadguru. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai. Until you have this darkness within you called ignorance, you're unable to see with clarity. But as soon as the touch, the spark of light called Sadguru enters your life, this spark, this enlightening with knowledge, eradicates the darkness called ignorance, and all the higher possibilities and doors open up to you. My beloved spiritual aspirants, as soon as you open the inner eyes, the outward eyes needs to be closed. Knowledge is a result of closure of the sensory eyes and opening up of the internal eye called the spiritual eye, Agna Chakra. These tiny organs of perception, sensory eyes, are just limited. They are also called Karma Chakshu. The sensory eyes can grasp that which is physical, but that which is non-physical, the formless, cannot be grasped. Its range of vision is very limited. It sees only that which reflects light. It cannot see that which is invisible. Once this internal eye opens up, it is called the Divya Chakshu, the spiritual eye, the third eye by Mahapurush, spiritual textbook called Puran and Shastra. Then the vision is expanded into the cosmos. Just in a glimpse, he can see the past, present and future. The 8 types of powers and the 8 type of wealth called Ashtasiddhi and Navniti become your servants. This is achieved by the perfect union in the Atman. This is a form of blessing to those who have opened up the inner eye, the third eye. Certain ascetics and sages, their ages might be approximately 1,000 years old. They live in the depths of the Himalaya mountains. Through their mind, body and speech, they have sacrificed their mental, physical, emotional needs and the needs of the material world and worldly pleasures. These sages in the Himalayan mountain range, in the middle of extreme cold and all adversities of the cold weather, in the low oxygen concentrations and very low pranavayu, a normal person might not survive such adverse conditions without the proper equipments. In such dire conditions, with snow all around them, the yogis are meditating and doing their sadhana with extreme dedication. Even till date, the yogis in the caves of Girinar, Junagadh, are doing extreme austerities, challenging nature and transcending all limitations of the material body. Their Kundalini energies are already awakened. That's why they don't thrive on food. Deriving their source of food from the subtle part of nature, they sit in one posture of yoga, and in the same asana, they are doing penance and sadhana for thousands of years. For ordinary people, it's necessary to awaken the Kundalini. To begin with, you can start with the navel center. Keep all your focus on the navel center and start witnessing your mind, your body, your chitta and ahankara. Once it's awakened, it's in your hands to keep it open for a day, a week, or for a couple of years. It all depends on the way you are doing your sadhana and the way you awakened it. But you need to inactivate it as well. Constantly active Kundalini Shakti is painful. Astrologer Sachdev was one of a kind who had the awakened Kundalini energy, and constant knowledge used to flow out of his being. He was a knower of the past, the present, and the future. He lived a troubled life. The powers came with its own set of rules. You can't open up. When he got these powers, there was a condition that he couldn't speak without being asked. Astrologers can say without being asked. They cannot predict without being told. The mind is open up to the past, the present, and the future, and he becomes the knower of all the tenses. This incredible yoga system, initially initiated by Sadguru Ranchor Maharshi Dada and passed on by way of pure Guru Shishya discipleship to Sadguru Mast Brahmachari Dada, from there to Sadguru Mast Vairagi Dada, and now to Sadguru Mast Daduram Bapu Bar Yogi Raj. These yoga kriyas, the pran apan pranayam technique, this is the Shiv Swaroday Gyan. Shiv Swaroday Gyan, it's not a creation of the mind. It is something beyond the mind. It results in supreme joy, Brahmanand, if the technique is practiced in the correct way and with utmost concentration. The body consists of 10 doors from where the wind element enters: 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 1 mouth, 2 ears, organ of urination and excretion. The Brahmarandra, the skull. When the attention, the consciousness stops flowing outwardly and concentrates on this inner door, then is this the time when you start hearing the 10 kinds of nad as per Shiv Swaroday Gyan. 10 kinds of internal melodies can only be heard once you close yourself from the outside noise. To make the mind insensible to the external impressions, the outside doors need to be closed. To begin with, they plug cotton in the nostrils and the ears to stop any noise from entering. During the daytime, the energy channel called Chandra Nadi is activated. In the night, it's the Surya Nadi or the Surya energy channel. But for the yogic Mahapurush like Sadguru Mastaduram Bapu, they control the activation of these energy channels. For instance, if they want to drink water and their right nostril is open, the Surya Nadi is open, they can, by just Sankalp Shakti, pure thought resolution, open up the left nostril, the Chandra Nadi. So a beginner needs to cotton plug his right nostril to open up the left nostril and just press on the right side of his neck in this area to activate that channel. This is the area of vagus nerve activation to increase the vagus tone and relax and rest your body. On the left side, the Chandra Nadi represents parasympathetic nervous system. On the right side, the Surya Nadi represents sympathetic nervous system. The role of parasympathetic nervous system is to rest and relax and to cool down the body. When you are the master of the Shiv Swaroday Gyan, this technique, this kriya becomes easy for you. But if you don't have mastery on this Shiv Swaroday Gyan, you need to use cotton plugs to block the external noises. This blocks the wind entering from the different portals of our body. For those spiritual seekers and yogis who are in Shiv Swaroday Gyan and they are practicing this form of knowledge, they don't need any external source of joy. The tremendous stream of joy blossoms within your own self that you stop looking outside. The external enjoyments and the external entertainment will not affect you anymore, because there is a constant Brahmanad, the sound of creation inside you. This is giving you the bliss of the universe. This term can be coined as a highly superconscious state, and it's by constant abhyas that you can attain this state of mind. This union with the Absolute, with no attachments to anything or anyone, is a form of liberation from the embodied soul. Sadguru Mast Vairagi Dada, in his book Chaitanya Vilas, has described this technique. This sets up the stage for a state of no mind, absolute zero mind. First, begin with knowing the energy channels of your body, Ila, Pingla, and Sushumna, and start practicing an hour or 2 hours a day, daily. The correct way of this technique is wake up early morning in the Brahma Muhurat, and the sadhana begins with showering, cleaning your body, and then sitting in a single posture or yogasana every day at the same time. Isolate yourself from the rest of the world in the beginning and just do this sadhana for an hour a day. Ishtadev or invocation to your beloved Sadguru. Start with that prayer. For a beginner, the maximum time it takes is 1.5 hours to circulate the navel center within you and to do pradakshina. Once the energy of the cosmos, the Supreme Being, the energy of Sadguru starts flowing within you, you become invincible and a new form of superconscious energy starts entering your body. You become a medium through which this energy is transmitted. Imagine just if you do this for 2 hours a day, if this is your state of joy, what is the state of a yogi who has been constantly engrossed in spiritual practice for the rest of his life? Mast Vairagi Dada in his bhajan sings that a squirrel doesn't know the nectar of the juicy mangoes on the tree. It doesn't matter how much wealthy or materially rich you are, but only the one who puts all his heart and mind and efforts into it achieves it. External renunciation or any form of dress up will not help. Orange clothes will not help. Putting up a beard will not help. You need the help of an enlightened master to reach that state. By a mere touch of his hand, by one blessing, the internal energy channels are activated. Such a radical transformation happens only when you are blessed by an enlightened Sadguru and your consciousness rises above. The ambitious and the egoistic loses in this game, but the one who is ready to lose all wins. Honestly speaking, the 3 forms of creation, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, cannot help you if you do it on your own. As an ordinary jiva, our achievement is very mediocre. We cannot rise up to them. So we need a medium called Sadguru to help us attain that supreme reality. Oh wise ones, it is next to impossible if you don't surrender to the lotus feet of a Sadguru, an enlightened Sadguru. This guru-disciple relation, this disciple successorship is the tradition of ancient India, and it's eternal. This is the energy-rich field, tremendous transcendental energy of the saints of India. Welcome to this divine land of Chanwada. Since time immemorial, this has been a place of devotion, penance, austerities, satsang, sadhana. There is an instant dissolution of the restlessness of mind once a seeker visits this land. As a side note, this is the land where all your dreams come true if you sit for a while and meditate on it. So please, without wasting your precious time, meditate and do sadhana. You are all grahasti, family people. You are not renunciates like me. But let me tell you something. This is the highest form of dharma. Being grahasti, your accomplishments are even bigger. You take care of your kids, you take care of your business, you take care of your family, and you also pray and meditate on God. This is very precious. I highly respect and appreciate this fact, and I bless all of you that you gain prosperity and success in whatever thing you do, at the state level, at the country level, and in the entire world level. From the depths of my heart, I pray for the well-being of all the jivas and all the spiritual seekers attain that supreme state which is beyond the limitations of nature. The journey of a soul, the pain, the misery, the suffering, the constant birth and death, and the cycle of happiness and sorrow that a jiva passes through in the entire duration of his life is terrible and immense. I prostrate in this auspicious land of Chanwada in the holy lotus feet of all my Sadgurus, Sadguru Mast Ranchor Marshi Dada, Sadguru Mast Brahmachari Dada, Sadguru Vairagi Dada, and my beloved Sadguru Mast Daturam Bapu, to bless all the jivas and all the souls with eternal peace.